Hey guys, so I just wanted to do a really brief uh, Brimstone guide on how I think his abilities should be used in a lot of scenarios and some common mistakes I see with him. So, obviously, when entering a bomb site, Brimstone's abilities are pretty straightforward, of course, right? You just smoke off angles to get your team position, boom, right? Really, really, really straightforward. You've seen everybody do it a million times. Now you can go push in here, take this for free, etc., etc., right? So his smoke is pretty straightforward for a lot of people. Where I see people struggling is with his ultimate and his stim packs, for the most part. With smokes, I think the only thing I'd really want to say with that is that on defense, you should be smoking an angle over and over again. Right? Unless you want to like be pushing out mid aggressively. Like let's say you guys planned, okay, let's take a really aggro push up mid and just take mid control. Well, boom, boom, smoke there, smoke top of mid, smoke top of mid. And then you just peek with the smoke, and then boom, you have all of mid control. You can push up to this corner, you can push up to that corner, etc., etc. Now you can hear where they're going, probably, most likely as well. All right. That's one of the ways to use Brimstone Smoke, gaining control of a mid area or a sort of an aggressive position. Another way to do it is to just smoke one entrance over and over again, right? So on B, let's say I smoke this, and I know they're about to push B. I can just smoke this angle and hold it. And then as soon as this smoke fades, I just smoke it again. And with this tactic, Brimstone smokes are one of the longest lasting, I think they might be the longest lasting smokes in the entire game. So you can pretty much keep this, with 3 smokes, you can keep this locked down for at least 40 seconds, which gives your team to, get a 4-man rotate going here or something ridiculous. Or it just forces them to just fuck off back, otherwise they pushing through a smoke. You know what I mean? And then you can of course use this, you can eat down a stim pack and do that. But the main abilities that I want to talk about is Brimstone's ultimate and his stim pack. First of all, I think the number one thing with his ultimate that people have to remember is that ultimates in this game build extremely quickly. They're really deceptive. You look at the 6 charges for the ultimate and you're like, "Oh, yeah, but 6 charges, it takes a while." No, it doesn't. If you think about it this way, after 6 rounds, you'll guaranteed have your ultimate. After 3 rounds, you'll very likely have your ultimate. You can have Brimstone ultimate every 3 rounds, and I think what we will be seeing more is we'll see people just spamming ultimates as soon as they get them every single time, because you can build it super quickly, right? So if I use Brimstone ultimate like that, 3 rounds later, assuming I just get 1 kill a round and then die, I'll have it again, and that means I can have up to 4 ultimates a half if I just do average. But of course, if I do more than average, let's say I get 2 kills a round, then I can have it every 2 rounds or something ridiculous. So it's really best, particularly Brimstone, because his ultimate is really easy to use. You can use it in almost any situation. It's best to just spam it. Like every time you get it, just, put it down, try and force them into bad positions, and kill them. So that's the main thing I would say about his ultimate. With Brimstone's stim pack, a problem that I see is that Brimstone's stim pack reveals your position, right? The enemy can see this. They know you're there. So people are really hesitant to use it. Because people, like now the enemy knows exactly where you are as soon as you use it, right? But the thing is, it doesn't matter that much that the enemy knows that you're there as long as you're peeking first. Because jiggle peeking and peeker's advantage is such a huge advantage in this game that if you can combat stim yourself in a position and be the attacker, the aggressor, like you peek this angle, you peek that angle, and you have a huge fire rate advantage, right? So chances are you're going to win these duels. If you can just jiggle peeks in smart positions, it doesn't matter that they know you're there. It literally doesn't matter. Because you're the ones who's taking the duels first. You're the one going aggressive, and you're the one who's going to have a massive advantage when you take these jiggle peek duels. You know what I mean? Especially if they're walking out of smokes, for example. So with Brimstone Stim Pack, it can be insanely useful as long as you just literally use it when you think they're about to push. Like, let's say let's say you have this smoked, right? Let's say you have this smoked, and you're not sure if they're about to push B side. You're not 100% certain. They've thrown in a few smokes, but you're like, are they really going to push this? Look, I've got a smoke in the way. It's kind of stupid to run in here. But anyway, just throw it in the back anyway. Fuck it. Just throw it down. You're going to have the advantage if they push through anyway, so you might as well try it. And if for whatever reason they decide to fall back and you've wasted it, it's fine. You've got another one. You know what I mean? His abilities are not designed to be held onto. He's really a type of character that they really encourage you to just use them on cooldown and actually play pretty aggressive with the majority of his abilities. So that's mainly what I have to say about Brimstone. Another thing that you might not be aware of is his Stimpaks lasts for a while after you've left it. So it's really useful on attack for entering a bump site, right? You throw it down like this. See, I walked out of the Stim beacon, and you can see in the bottom right-hand corner of my screen, it's got a little bar going down. So it'll last for a few seconds after I've actually walked out of the Stim beacon. So if you throw it in as your team's attacking, and they push up to a site, now everybody has increased fire rate. And this can be insanely powerful. So again, just to summarize, make sure you're using, and obviously his molly is pretty straightforward. I don't think people usually have problems using that. Just to summarize with Brimstone, make sure you're using his abilities, particularly his ultimate, literally as soon as you can. Don't get greedy with them. Throw down the Stimpaks if you think you're going to be taking duels, even if you have to guess, and don't worry too much about, you know, it revealing where you are. Don't worry about that, because you can peek aggressively with it, and if you jiggle peek properly, you can make sure you have very advantageous engagements. Okay, that's all I had to say for Brimstone. Thank you very much.